Hello guys and welcome back to TomTalks, and today we have a very special video for you because it is the worst songs of 2021. The first of my lists. We'll be doing best songs, worst albums and best albums that will all be coming up over the next month or so. So stay tuned for those. But today, here to talk about the worst of 2021. The shit to the shit, the crap on the floor, the stuff you don't want to hear. And I didn't want to hear it either. But I made this list, so I had to, unfortunately. We're going to be doing a top 20, so let's kick things off at number 20. With Hair Squad with Handlebars. This Irish rap group, I usually like their stuff, but this was just not for me. It was poorly mixed. The use of auto-tune really doesn't work on their vocals, and it removes everything that was likeable about them in the past. It just feels very out of place, especially like the keys at the end. Very poor from them. At number 19, we've got YG featuring Big Sean with Go Big, which is from the Coming to America soundtrack. YG's fallen off a bit, and it's certainly the case on this track. The obnoxious trumpets are quite annoying, monotone delivery, and the really dumb lyrics like real big, sumo, fat crib. It don't make sense, mate. Sean is alright here, but he can't save this from just being a very basic, run-of-the-mill track that's just that tad bit obnoxious just to kind of tick me off. At number 18, we have TikTok star Dixie D'Amelio featuring Ruby Rose with Psycho. This might be the most basic cookie cutter shit I have heard all year. From the bread and butter lyrics, it's just boring. And there's no enthusiasm here at all. I don't know who her ghostwriters are, but they're very poor. And when Ruby Rose comes in, you think, okay, she's bringing a bit of enthusiasm here. But then she comes out with lyrics like, you got 100 best friends, none of them named Mike. Okay, I don't have a best friend called Mike. What does that mean? It's just dumb lyrics that really set out some of these tracks. But yeah, not the worst I've heard this year, but it's just so boring and basic. In one ear and out the other, just like that. At number 17, the proclaimed worst band in music at the moment, Imagine Dragons with their track Monday. They had a few bad ones, but this topped them really for me. The bad singing and the sexy voice they put on really did not suit the track. Bad electronic rock production with these electronic and synth noises put in really was not my palate either. It was like a bad impression of something the 1975 would do, and not a good 1975 song, like a meh one from them, just plain bad. It's Imagine Dragons. You know what to expect at this point. At number 16, we have Eno and M Huncho. And to be fair, Eno isn't really the problem with this song. It is M Huncho, because he starts off okay. And I'm like, okay, this might be good. But then his auto-tuned vocals are so laughably bad. Like, it's so bad. Like, I really suggest you go listen just to understand how laughably bad these auto-tune vocals are. So Mickey Mouse has gone to the booth and he's talking about being a roadman. You can't take it seriously. And Eno does his best, but I just can't get over how laughably bad those auto-tune vocals are. It made me giggle at least. At number 15, we have BTS with one of the most sickly sweet pop tracks of the year, Butter. I knew from the first lyric I heard this song was going to be bad. Smooth like butter, like a criminal undercover. What does that mean? The chorus is awful as well. They've kind of lost what made them unique and kind of interesting, and tracks like Fake Love I really liked, but I even liked Dynamite last year, but this is just too much. And they also deliver cringe lines like, ice on my wrist, I'm the nice guy. Like, it just what makes you want to sort of puke up. It's horrible. At number 14, it is Ed Sheeran. It's not Bad Habits. I thought he'd be on this list too. It's Shivers. This dancey, generic production and sort of that boop, boop, boop gets annoying very fast. Apparently, the notes on Spotify said it took him 15 productions to get this right, so God knows how bad this sounded when it first came out. He says these really cringy lines like, lips taste like strawberries, lipstick on guitar, I kiss your eyes and I drink your smile. It's horrible. How did he get married with lines like this? I personally would have been put off straight away. You have to wonder how this guy got a girl, but yeah, just very cringe, very annoying. It's just a kind of symptom of what Ed Sheeran has become, unfortunately. At number 13, it's a track from that Metallica covers album, which was a real mixed bag, and this really is at the bottom end of the spectrum. It's Post Malone with Motley Crue. Just the way he delivers his vocals throughout this, count on the band, sticky that. Just me trying to sing that just makes my throat dry, so God knows how he managed to do that for ages. It just sounds like he's trying to spit and sing at the same time. It really doesn't sound good. It sounds like a whiny little boy. Also a bit like Quagmire from Family Guy, Geely. Oh, it's just so bad. The mixing isn't great either, and the rest of the track is very dull. Why did Metallica allow this track to come out? Why did Post Malone allow this track to come out? Like, the song with The Weeknd he did was bad, but this just... Ugh. I hope Post Malone finds some form for his next album, because I really don't like this. At number 12, we have Girl in Red with You Stupid Bitch. There was a lot of bad songs on this album, but this really took the cake. The refrains of, oh, whoa, whoa, oh, whoa, whoa, that's just very grating. The generic instrumental, the overtly sad girl lyrics, she comes across very bitter and resentful and narcissistic, saying, oh my God, you're a stupid bitch, you should stay with me. It's like if Olivia Rodrigo was whiny and extremely petty. It's just not good. At number 11, we have G-Eazy featuring E40, Shooter Gang, Coney, and Du Bois with Now and Later. There's a lot of things wrong with this track. The E40 ad-libs, your area, it's just really out of the blue, doesn't work. Features from Shooter Gang and Du Bois are just generic. One of them sounds like a B-Tech version of Blueface. Some of the lines from G-Eazy are just hilarious. He's like talking about how everyone knows him and he's a legend of the game, when even I kind of forgot about him for a bit. I don't think the game's gonna remember you, mate, to be honest. He comes out with lines like, I killed the pussy, I should give it a more R.I.P. to it, moment of silence. He really thought that was a good line. It's cringy. He could have stopped at the memorial bit, but no, he had to add on that little extra cringe just to really put his point across there. Yeah. G-Eazy continuing to be very mediocre, cringy lines, poor features. This is kind of a cataclysm of not very good stuff here. Right, we've made it to the top 10 now, and kicking things off at number 10, we have Tiger featuring Moneybagg Yo with Splash. Sample at the start of 2 Live Crew's We Want Some Pussy is very obnoxious, it's cringe, and it's what you would not want to listen to this track in public. It's embarrassing. The piano trap beat is very generic and gets dull quickly. Again, we have cringe lines about bouncing on his private bits with no hands, like a bike. Whoa, crazy. And I think Moneybagg Yo comes out with the line, she like, bae, why it smell like Badussi? What? Booty, dick and pussy. And I'm closer to a pimp than a simp. Hey, they say you learn something new every day, and we've learned a new word today, Badussi. Oh, this song is laughably bad. But hey, we all about that Badussi, right? At number 9, we have Champagne Pappy himself, the certified lover boy Drake, featuring Future and Young Thug with Way Too Sexy. That Right Fred Said sample, as soon as I heard it, I knew the song was gonna be bad. This song makes me laugh, I guess. The Future, well, the chorus is very out of place. Future himself, along with Young Thug, sound very phoned in on this track. Dre comes out with lines like, "I'm way too sexy to go unprotected," the opposite of that RD line on the Body remix. The line, "Think we got too sexy for that metro housing," so he's like, yeah, I don't have sex with women from poor neighbourhoods, but then says, "I'ma fuck her friends and send her back to metro housing." So what are you? Are you a shitty guy who judges women on their class, or are you a hypocrite? Because make your mind up, Drake. And the line just in itself is bad. Then Young Thug's like lines and ad-libs are like, "Red diamonds, spaghetti, my neck, spaghetti." This song is so cringe, but it has a charm to it, I guess, but it may have a charm, but it's bad. It's corny. And I really recommend you go watch the video if you want to laugh. At number 8, the only artist who you may see on both lists, it's Idols with Sodium. I really like Idols, so when I heard this I was like, what the hell is this? It's badly mixed, the instrumental doesn't sound good, Joe Talbot's vocals don't sound good, the usual witty political lyricism isn't existing here. It's for a soundtrack for something I've never heard of, so I'm glad at least I didn't have to hear this on the new album, but this was really bad. And I hold Idols to a bit of a higher standard than a lot of the artists on this list, so when they do something really bad, I have to take notice of it, because damn, this was not good from Idols. But the rest of the material this year I've heard was good, so we'll let them off, but they had to appear on this list for me. At number 7, Ed Sheeran is here again. I don't usually do 2 artists, but he's kind of a guest, kind of the artist. It's that Sausage Rolls for Everyone by Lad Baby himself and Elton John. I can't take any more Lad Baby. We've had 3 tracks from them now. Can they please stop? The original song with just Ed and Elton was already generic and phoned in, and Elton John's voice is getting worse by the day. But the cringe lyrics on here about sausage rolls, they need to stop. Are they really doing it for the charity at this point? Are they just trying to set records? I don't know, but can we just all just give money to the charity without having to listen to the awful music? You know, it's the worst of the Lad Baby tracks. They've got progressively worse with each Christmas #1. I'm not a religious man, but I am praying, please no more Lad Baby. I need a break for a year at least. Oh dear, this track is trash. At number 6, we have the Migos featuring Drake with Having Our Way. This is an interesting one because lyrically it's not terrible, but it's just so generic and boring. It sends me to sleep. Trap beat, I've heard a million times over. Drake's monotonous, monotone delivery. Drake is on this for like most of the song. Why is it a Migos cut? And when the Migos come in, you think, oh, something new, yeah. Oh no, it's also trash. Their lyrics are even more basic and boring. It feels like the longest song ever. The track is like 4 minutes, but it feels like more like 4 hours. I wasn't looking forward to new Migos, and I was proven correct. At number 5, we have Starboy featuring Doja Cat with Dick. You can guess what this song's about from the title. Oh my God, I don't think I've heard the word used so much on a song. His delivery aggravates me, especially the repetition and the monotony of it. And of course, he's got to do an R.I.P. that pussy line, because why not? Tiger's done it. Everyone else is doing it. You gotta get that line in, son. Mixing of the auto-tune vocals is awful. He talks about screaming for her mother and father during sex, which is absolutely weird. Like, what the hell? That is some messed up shit. So there's that. Doja Cat comes in and she really phones it in. And I have to ask, how much did he pay you, Doja? Was it a lot? Was it worth it? Doja, you make good music. You know what's good. Why did you feature on this track? You could do better than that. This is a very strange, obnoxious and annoying track, and one I hope I don't have to hear again. And I hope this guy's a one-hit wonder. At number 4, we have Nico featuring Princess Nokia with Slumber Party. This is by far the most annoying, obnoxious production I have heard all year. So from the start, I've already been grated by this production. And then Nico comes in with her grating delivery and those ooh, ooh, ad-libs as well. And I can get past like the sort of quirky like sex talk about hentai and cunnilingus. Some of the lines here are weird. Eyes go black when she orgasms. I don't think that should happen. Spit tastes like juicy fruit. Ew, that's disgusting. That's grim. I don't want to know about that. Princess Nokia is fine on here, but she can't save the track. It's just a pretty grim, horrible, annoying piece of pop music. Nico also made a very annoying song with Khalees, but Slumber Party just is a more aggravating, and it's why it's on this list. Nico, your first track was good, but the rest of stuff I've heard from you is pretty bad. Please make better music. I don't want to have to listen to this kind of shite again. At number 3, we have the Tramp Stamps with I'd Rather Die. Yeah. Edgy lyrics. Oh yeah. Basic production. Oh yeah. Auto-tune vocals are horrible. Oh yeah. There's a lot of bad things about this song already. And you may have heard about these industry plant term and blah blah blah. But I think the worst thing about this is like the message of the song. Basically, I'd rather die than hook up with a straight white guy. And it's just, not only is that cringy and embarrassing. I mean, you could have your preference. We don't need to know. But the funniest shit is that one of the band members is married to a white guy. So you just look like an idiot. You can't be going out here saying, oh, I wouldn't do that, but actually one of our band members does. And it's not like taking the piss. They seem deadly serious. Oh, I can't take these guys seriously after hearing this. This is just bad. It's bad taste. It's hypocritical. It was not needed. And if these guys are industry plants, the industry creators really made a poor choice here. At number 2, we have Machine Gun Kelly with his pop punk sound with paper cuts. The sad boy lyrics, we don't need them. We really don't. He talks about everyone's nice lately, but like they're actually not. Dancing on his grave. Talks about, oh yeah, I'm a punk. And it's like, dude, you're not a fucking punk. Nothing about you screams punk to me. It offended me when he said that because I listen to punk music. This guy is not a punk. And I know I might be coming across as a bit obnoxious, but this is not punk music. He continues with the cringe in the second verse. Demonized just because I was an angel-faced baby. and the ad-libs are just, again, he's like, career suicide. He does a Mickey Mouse voice. What's with all these Mickey Mouse impersonators to this shit? This song is bad. Machine Gun Kelly is bad. His rap music was better than this. People unfortunately seem to like this though. And he started off 2022 on a high with another terrible track called Emo Girl. So we might be seeing this man on next year's list, but he just misses out on the number 1 spot because the worst track of 2021 is, drumroll please, Kid Rock featuring Monster Truck with, as the famous chorus line goes, ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live. Oh my god, that cracks me up every time. You can kind of guess what kind of song this is. It's like anti-woke and anti-millennial. No one can have an opinion anymore. It's like, yeah, they can, dude. This song is so cringe and so bad and just, oh dear. Let's just go through some of the lyrics. Told in the shed, I've never been the smartest. He tells people to suck a dick because he's cool and he's not woke. He calls people snowflakes, which if you call anyone who says snowflake unironically needs to get the head looked at. Talks about anticipation trophies for kids like Why? Who cares? If the kid wants a trophy, just give it them. They're kids. They just want to live their life. He's just sitting there and his dad's just like, oh, why are those kids getting participation trophies for doing badly? Oh, this is making me angry. It's like, dude, there's so much worse things in the world than that. Please calm yourself. Oh, and the best one. A nation of pussies is our next generation, and every opinion is a millennial offended. I could talk about this track all day and how bad it is, but it's so cringe. The message is awful. The chorus line is laughable. The instrumental is outdated as fuck. Yeah, it's straight up trash, and it's the worst song of 2021. What do you think of those tracks? Let me know in the comments. Let me know if I've missed any tracks, because I had to cut this list down quite a bit, so there might be something on there that you think should be. Until next time, this has been another Tom Talks.